Scientists have found a quicker way to detect deadly diseases and stop them from spreading. The team of researchers in Norfolk are capturing particles from the air and then testing the DNA that they contain. Laura Foster explains.
Thetford Forest is brimming with life, a patchwork of pine and broadleaf trees and heathland. But this lot, and the devices they're carrying, are taking a much closer look at things.
So this is our air sampler.
The process is called air sampling.
And it has effectively a really big hoover, so it's going to suck in air. It's going to suck 200 litres of air a minute. So over an hour, that's thousands of litres of air. So as the air goes through the filter, anything in the air, like bits of bacteria, like skin cells, maybe a bit of pollen, that all gets stuck onto the filter. So we can then look at the DNA later on in the lab.
Air sampling is about analysing all the different kinds of life you find in an area. So it's biodiversity, and it will detect plants, animals, bacteria and fungi. So the things you can see, but also those things you really can't see with the naked eye, no matter how hard you look for them.
If we know what fungi and what bacteria or diseases are in the air at that moment, then we can better understand how we can treat the plants or any crops nearby, so we can prevent the infection from happening. And it can also help us to understand what species might be under threat in the future.
Norfolk was chosen as the best place for these devices because it's got a bit of everything. A city, a coast, farmland, forest and more.
So I'm going to pull that off.
The DNA that's collected by these machines, which just for fun are named after characters from Pride and Prejudice, is extracted and sequenced in the labs just outside of Norwich. Each one of these discs contains millions of cells, which help scientists work out the best ways to protect our environment, but could also mean we save money on our food shops.
If we can inform a farmer that there's a pathogen in the air, he can take a more targeted approach when it comes to spraying. So typically they might spray a cocktail of different chemicals. If he only has to spray one, he'll save money. And then if the pathogen's not there at all, he won't have to spray at all. Again, saving money. If he can save money, then that can be passed on and the customer will get a cheaper product.
Samples are going to be taken every season, but we won't know the full results until this time next year. Laura Foster, BBC News, Thetford.